As of this week, Hive has gone SaaS. So we now have the option. You now have the option to host other hives for other people, and we do this with the the credits that we get from the CNCF on Oracle Kubernetes Engine (OKE), and we have a cluster that we can host many hives on, and they can all run independent of each other, isolated spaces, and they can do the work that they need to do with all the agents they need to do. What's really cool about this is you can run things like Copilot CLI, Goose CLI, Claude CLI, any CLI you want inside of a container because it's running, a very small subset of an operating system. And therefore, it never really dawned on me to use a CLI in that way, but you can. So what you're seeing here is this is the active hives that we have now and the contributor leaderboard that we have. It's a little bit of there's a logo parade at the bottom. We hope that that expands over time. And essentially what this allows you to do is to come in and either see a preview. You can see we offer an API off the back end of Hive. So this person actually took it to the extreme and has integrated with Hive to build their own dashboard upon it. So you have that option. And so it's a fairly rich API, as I was mentioned. We also have other ones that are just, the default de facto standard. This is what comes out of the box for Hive. And this is a read-only dashboard. And you can see exactly what's going on, fully transparent with all the agents, all the issues, all the things that it's managing. So if you would like to join the Hive and run your own Hive, you simply just log in. You can see I'm logged in already. And once you do so, you request access to any one of these hives through the contribute button. Once you do that, you'll be able to either you'll gain access to the hive that you desire to have access to, or if you request it, you can start a hive of your own. And once you're done with that, you can even offer outside contribution to the rest of your community. So what does that mean? So Hive is the first ever orchestration engine. I'm sorry, it's the first ever AI agent harness that offers not only the ability for it to work on your own specific repo, but also to offer up a queue. So a queue is staged and ready at your behest. So I'll show you what a queue looks like here. So you can actually configure a queue to work on your issues for your queue. So here, where we at. So let's see where we're at. Where's the contribute? All models except, okay, so in the hub tab of the governor, this is where you can actually add titles or remove titles or authors or remove authors of issues that you want to have in your work queue. And then you can also add or remove models that you'd like others to use. So what happens is someone will spin up, and I know you can't see this right now, but I'll get to a point where you can. Let me show you what this looks like. Okay, so I'm going to get the V2 branch. I'm then going to CD to Hive. And then I could do X4. So this is how I define the Hive that I wanted to contribute to. And there could be other commands that you need to do that, to add any more configuration to that. There might be other vars that are necessary, but typically this is the gist of it. And now I'm going to say just contribute Hive with using Goose CLI on my local system. What that's going to do is it's going to connect over to make sure it's connecting to the back end. It's then going to run Olama, and then it's going to spin up a tmux session. And then that tmux session, while it's spinning up, it's waiting. And then now it's going to pull a task, and you see it pulled a task from the Bluefin repository, okay, from the common repo number 550, which is ublue fast fetch fails. So this is an issue that they're having, and now I'm running a local CLI against their repo with all my credentials, all my things, so I could use Claude CLI, Copilot CLI, any one of those things. And the CLI will take over and do its work. Now, you can see that here's the TMUX session, so you can actually watch it do its work. Page, and you can see I've gone green here. So here I am contributing back. This is my CLI. This is the model that I'm running in the CLI. This is what I've done in the past, how many I've completed and how many have failed. And this is my current level of contribution. So based on this contribution level, you can get different access to different things, but it never exceeds your access to the repo. In other words, you can open issues, but you may not be able to open PRs, let's say, because you're not in the members list of the repo, right? You might be able to do code review. You might not be able to. You might be able to merge things. You might not be able to. So it's all based on nothing exceeds your ability to do that work. And you can see here's the issue that I was assigned out of the queue, and here's that's what I'm doing work for now. So this is what you'll see, and then you'll also see in here in this contributor link. I'll show you this too. This is pretty cool. So on the left-hand side, these are the instructions that I just did in the browser, and this is what you can send to your contributors. And if your contributors have access read-only to your Hive, they can see this too. And they can just simply copy and paste this in. This is Claude code. You can see here's Goose, Pi, Bob is supported, other, right? You can give the model name, etc. And you can see on the right-hand side, this is the actual live activity. So these are people that are contributing back to that repo and what issues they're working on and how they're progressing. And over at Hive, you'll see that this is recorded here. So at the bottom, you can see this little green halo around my name. That means I'm actually actively contributing. And this is another contributor here who's already contributed some. So this is yeah, and here's the task that it's working on right now, right? So yeah, so this is all connected. So the basic gist of it is now if you have an open source project and you're part of the CNCF, you get unlimited credits using things like Copilot CLI, but your contributors probably don't have access to that. So this is a good way to get your contributors involved. They can run local models on local systems and basically contribute their compute time back to your repository. This is a huge event for CI/CD and the ability for contributors to contribute to open source projects that they know and love. You can think of this as almost like buy me a coffee. If any of you have ever seen that little link that's on a page, this is a very similar concept where you donate your compute time to a cause that you feel is worthy.